Well, uh, clarity of mind. Well, there are four types of clarity of mind. Clarity of mind number one is when you have ownership of something. See, you must, when you pursue the clarity of mind, it is very important to understand it in various angles. For example, when do you have more clarity of mind and less clarity of mind? At home, in your house, with your family, do you have more clarity of mind or less clarity of mind? Or at office, in a company where you are exercising your profession, where you're working, in a scenario where you're technically the best at it, do you have less clarity of mind at that time or more clarity of mind at that time? So we need to segregate and isolate our environment and study when do you lack clarity of mind and when do you have more clarity of mind. Having said that, one clarity of mind is when you have an ownership of an activity, when you are representing something very intimate to you, when you take ownership of a property or a family, when you experience the ownership, then you're very clear what your action need to be. Two, when things are in correct categorization, correct sorting, and correct sequence, then also you have clarity of mind. You know what to do next, you know what to do after that, you know step one, step two, step three. It's very clear to you what to do, when to do, how to do, and the correct sequence is already articulated, it is calculated, it is represented as a procedure in a manual or even a process. So you simply follow the process, the procedure as listed in the manual, and then things are very clear to you. There too, you exercise a clarity of mind. Third time when you need a clarity of mind is when you are having a challenge of attending to some things which are very articulated as in sequence, but you have multiple things to do at the same time. Simultaneously, few things pop up in front of you that needs your attention. For example, you are about to exit out of your house to a meeting, and at the same time comes in a guest which is very valuable to you, and now you need to reprioritize, or you need to and at the same time there's a meeting or a trade happening elsewhere, and you need a conference call to be done at the same time. So three events needing your attention simultaneously perhaps gives you more challenges, because now you need to be good at multitasking or even parallel processing, because now that clarity of mind is the third type of clarity of mind, when you need clarity of mind to choose what to do, in what sequence, in what priority. That is when you sleep, and then you need a little clarity of mind at that time. So this is the third type, when you need to multitask. And the fourth type is when there is an overlap or there's an encroachment of emotion on your plans, or there is a discussion which is really emotional and subjective, overlapping on an intellectual decision or on a reasoning or a logical system. Now when there's an overlap or an encroachment as from an emotion or as from another person who is a little unreasonable, then too you get dislodged from your clarity of mind. And a fourth type of a clarity of mind is needed when you yourself experience some kind of disorientation, some kind of thought process where you feel there is a challenge is to attend to something which may even disorient your earlier, the way you have formed an opinion, the way you have configured in your intellect, the way you have academically studied things, how to do manual, and you know it very well, but then sometimes you are in a position where you feel a little disoriented about it because somebody else is attempting to teach you differently or even attempting to disorient you. So these are four instances where your clarity of mind is challenged, and then comes a situation. The fifth category of is, or when you feel a little delinked from what is happening. you are there, you are attentive to things, but you can choose to be little de-linked emotionally or de-linked even intellectually, and you are participative, but yet you are somewhere down, you are a little de-linked from what is happening and its benefits, its consequences, its result. So this is the fifth type where you can achieve a clarity of mind by de-linking from what's happening, yet being adequately participative externally. So understand these things, study these 5 types of the kind of mind: intellectual, and when everything is sequential, when everything is planned, and when everything is followed as per the manual. And second is when you need multitasking, where 2 or 3 challenges need your attention simultaneously. And the third is when an emotional encroachment or overlap from another person who is less reasonable than you is happening to you. Then also you feel you need a little more clarity of mind. And the fourth type is when you feel disoriented from the way you have configured how to deal with things already, which you know by the way you have learned already, but yet you are almost compelled to disorient yourself. Then you again lose clarity of mind. And the fifth is to get clarity of mind, how to de-link yourself from what's happening, yet be participative.